What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a contour and highlight video for you, but I just thought it would be a good idea to kind of do a mini series, I guess, on my channel where I went really in depth with certain makeup techniques and different tutorials and things like that, specifically geared for beginners. So being in the beauty industry for several years and being on YouTube for several years, I have kind of forgotten what it's like to be a beginner. But I remember when I first got on YouTube, or I first started watching YouTube videos in general, really, I was searching forever trying to figure out what a freaking haul was, and I was like Googling it. I was like, what is a haul? I can't figure it out. I was like trying to figure it out, and then, you know, lo and behold, it's just basically show and tell. So I was just kind of thinking, how would I explain certain makeup techniques to myself back when I was really unfamiliar with makeup? So that is what this is going to be all about. So if you see beginner in the title, you can expect a little bit more verbiage, a little bit more basic explaining than I would in a regular tutorial or something like that. If you're not a beginner, this might be a little bit rambly for you, but if you are a beginner, I'm basically just going to be going in depth with you guys and explaining things the best way I know how, just to kind of get you a little bit more familiar with how to do things in a really easy to understand way. So like I said, if you see that in the title, then you'll know what to expect. If you're somebody who doesn't like a lot of rambling or a lot of extra verbiage, these videos probably won't be for you, but that is a-okay. I have tons of tutorials that are going to be a lot more quicker paced and in, you know, lingo that we all kind of have come to know here in the YouTube beauty community. So anyway, that was just my little intro. Since this is kind of like the first official video I'm going to be doing like this, I just wanted to explain what I was going to be doing. So without further ado, today's video is going to be how to contour and highlight for beginners. This is going to be a very basic contour and highlight. This is not going to super chisel out your cheekbones or really do some bright highlighting like the strobing that everyone's doing right now. If you're interested in that, I do have a video, I'll link it down below. But basically, this is just going to be adding the very basic definition to your face. So if you're interested to see how to do this, and you might be a beginner, or even if you're a pro and just kind of want to perfect your technique, then go ahead and keep on watching. So you're only going to need a couple brushes. Both are from Sigma. The first one is the Tapered highlighter, and this is the F35. And the other one is the Small Contour, and that is the F05. For my bronzer, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer and finding the hollows of my cheek. You can easily do this by finding where your hairline meets your ear and then just using your brush to make a diagonal line down, or you can kind of poke around and find where the brush will indent, and that is the hollow of your cheek. So once you've found that, you're going to start applying the bronzer in a sweeping motion. And if you'd like to kind of round out your cheekbones, you can kind of do a little swooping motion there at the end. Once you've done that, make sure you're always moving the bronzer up. You're not taking it down. The whole point is to lift your cheekbones. So if you ever are moving the brush away from your sweeping motion, make sure you're moving it upwards. So here I'm just doing the same thing, and then I'm going to be bringing this bronzer up onto my forehead, and it's just going to add a little bit more definition to my forehead and complete the look. Also, if you have a larger forehead and you don't particularly care for it, this helps to kind of make it appear smaller. So as you can see, there's a definite difference there between the two. When I'm applying the bronzer to my forehead, I like to work in circular motions. That way it does get up into my hairline a little bit and looks a little bit more natural and doesn't just look like I have bronzer sitting on my forehead. You can also contour your jawline, so if you don't have a perfectly structured face, you can kind of cheat it a little bit. So take a little bit of bronzer on that same brush and apply this right below your jawline. You don't want it to be just like bronzer on the bottom of your face. You want to actually make it look like it's a shadow and that you actually have an impeccable jawline. So that's what I'm doing here. Also, if your chin pokes out a little bit or you think it's a little bit too big, you can apply bronzer to the center of your chin to make it appear like it is not quite as big. All we are doing really is creating shadows. So what I'm doing here is just dragging it downward so it doesn't look like I have a makeup line. That is very, very important. And then just taking whatever is left on this brush and applying it right to the tip of my nose so it's a little more buttony looking. Then I'm taking my highlighter brush and dipping into my IT Cosmetics highlighter. This is one of my favorites at the moment, but you can use whatever you have. And then I'm just going to be applying this right to the highest points of my cheeks. So it's above where you placed the bronzer. What this is going to do is bring light to this area and make your cheekbones look more lifted. It's just going to enhance your overall facial structure. So I'm just applying that there. center, and I'm taking whatever is left, I'm not dipping back in, and applying it to the center of my forehead and then the very tip of my nose. And this is just going to give you a really nice glow. And the last place I'm going to highlight is the little area right above my lip called the Cupid's bow, and this is basically just right where I'm putting it. This is just going to give me a little bit more of a pouty lip type of look and make my lips look a little bit fuller. So that is the completed look, you guys. Like I said, it's nothing super duper dramatic, but this would be a really nice way to contour your face every day, and great if you've never done it before. So let me know if you like these type of videos. Give me a thumbs up if you'd like to see more, and if you're new to my channel, make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you are notified of all my future videos. And I will see you guys next time. Love you all. Bye.